Aegon and his sisters did their best to unite the realm in other ways besides submission. Aegon made great efforts to include men and women from all parts of the realm to his court and councils. His former enemies were encouraged to send their younger sons and daughters to court to serve as pages, cupbearers and squires, and the girls as handmaidens and companions to Aegon's queens, all in an effort to educate them and at the same time unite the families throughout marriages. In this, Queens Rhaenys and Visenya were experts at. They brokered marriages between noble houses of the land in order to tie the conquered lands together and make the kingdom one. While Aegon was the ultimate authority, he placed a lot of trust and respect in his two sisters. Visenya and Rhaenys were so influential during his reign that they were considered as powerful as Aegon himself. Aegon kept the peace this way for many years. The small folk needed to see their king and queens and relay any grievances they had. At the same time, the sight of the king riding Balerion the Black Dread was enough to instill loyalty in any restless lord. The king also allowed for traditions and laws to continue and flourish. He would not interfere in the ways the lords would rule their lands. The laws of inheritance and succession remained unchanged, the feudal structures untouched, and some harsher laws, like the privilege of the first knight, continued. All of this because Aegon's main concern was maintaining peace. The loss of Rhaenys and the war with Dorne may have softened the king, but as much power as he had, he understood the value of life. And King's Landing grew, expanding from Blackwater Bay more and more into land to cover the 3 hills that stood near the mouth of the water. The highest of those hills had become known as Aegon's High Hill. The other 2 were named Visenya's Hill and the Hill of Rhaenys. With the city growing, trade was growing too. Ships were coming down from all corners of the world, and within years King's Landing became a thriving city, worthy of being home to the greatest house in Westeros. Visenya was ever worried with his brother's safety. After so many wars, so many attempts on his life or near misses, she had to do something to protect her brother at all times. So, she decided to recruit a King's Guard, the best of the best from all of the realm. And since the realm had 7 kingdoms, there should be 7 knights protecting the king at all times. And so the King's Guard came into being, a brotherhood of the finest knights in the realm, cloaked and armored in pure white with no other purpose but to defend the king, giving up their own lives if need be. Visenya handpicked the first 7 and she did so very well. During Aegon's reign, 2 of the King's Guards died defending their king, and the rest would serve with valor until the end of their lives. At last, Aegon was not only concerned with the longevity of his kingdom, but with the longevity of his lineage too. Both his queens have gifted him with a child, and both were boys of pure Targaryen blood. The boys Aenys and Maegor would prove to be as different as earth and water, and make their mark in Westeros history with both kindness and cruelty.